Sheriff Hall, can you talk about how the discussion went today from a local law enforcement agency standpoint?
Well, there's a great discussion that someone came and wanted to hear exactly from the officers that are out here doing the job. We had a lot of younger officers that were here, explaining to our Attorney General, Mr. Miyares, about the difficulties that they have trying to do their job out here. And when they can't, pull people over for certain things, and then that leads into people being able to transport, drugs and guns and other crimes that are out here, that our hands are tied, and the officers are trying to figure out, hey, whether I can do this or not, when they need to be focusing on serving and protecting the citizens.
One of the main things that we heard the Attorney General talk about is finalizing the budget, more compensation for officers, more staffing in local law enforcement agencies. Can you speak a little bit about what we're seeing here in Alleghany County?
I mean, we're shorthanded just like everyone else. We have openings, we have 0 applications. This job is not as desirable as it was 37 and a half years ago when I started. The younger generation now, the only way I think that you can make this job more desirable now, because of the sentiment of some of the people out here against law enforcement, is that you have to have the salary that's high, so that it entices people to do this job. And the officers they feel grateful that he came today and be able to just listen to what their concerns are. And here in the western part of Virginia, sometimes we feel like that we're lost because we live so far away from Richmond, but him coming today is just let us know that, hey, there's money out there with the General Assembly, and let's put the politics aside, and the budget amendments calls for another 2% pay increase, plus some compression raises, like $300 for every year that an officer up to 30 years, and that's $9,000 for guys who've spent 30 years on the job. That's a lot of money for officers out here that salaries aren't near where they need to be.
And that would make a huge difference for your department.
It makes a huge difference in life. I mean, to be able to recruit and retain people, because people are looking at, hey, getting into other, we've lost some people to the state police because of being able to pay those guys. I've lost 3 officers because they left them and were able to get a $12,000 pay increase, and they didn't even have to move out of the area. So it's being able to retain qualified people to do this job. It's going to take some money.
Actually, I did have, just one more question. One of the other concerns that we're seeing, especially in Lynchburg, is people not coming forward to say anything. In light of these violent crimes, people don't say anything, and that makes it very difficult for law enforcement officers to track down leads. How are you prepared to, kind of change that community mindset as we head into the summer months?
Well, I know we're fortunate enough here in our community that we have great support for law enforcement, unlike maybe some other areas. And usually we have a lot of citizens that are involved with us. And there are some areas like you're talking about in different places like that. But the Alleghany Highlands has always been very supportive of law enforcement, and we're so blessed to be able to have that.
I can address that as well. Thank you, Sheriff. This is exactly some of the money that's sitting on the sidelines is not being spent. We had too many witnesses afraid to come forward. We modeled this program on the federal witness protection program. It'd be administered by the state police. If you've seen something, you can get out of town. We'll house you. We'll give you that protection so you can testify. That money's sitting on the sidelines right now because they refuse to pass a budget. They won't even talk right now, and that's a problem because it is a hard thing to ask a witness to relive the single worst moment of their life on a witness stand, on their cross-examination. And then we've changed the presumption on bond in Virginia as well. So sometimes these are individuals that are right back on the street. And they're fearful. These are witnesses that are fearful. So we heard from them. We put together this program. This program cannot get implemented until they finalize a budget. And so you cannot solve these crimes. You cannot prosecute these crimes if a witness does not feel comfortable coming forward to testify. We have the money to help solve this problem. It's sitting on the sidelines. It needs to get fixed.